My dear sons and daughters of Loyola, now the heart is full, so full that a drop overfills it. We are happy now because God wills it. As the head of Loyola institutions, I'm extremely happy to welcome every single one of you to this historic World Loyola Alumni Congress. I welcome you with a heart full of joy and gratitude to God who has brought today together all of us who share a common heritage, a common treasure called Loyola. I'm not saying this because the occasion demands it, no. This is the truth which all the Jesuit fathers here and I fully believe. You, the alumni, are our great treasure. This great institution looks upon you as a smart, capable children she once nurtured. All over our country and all over the world, you are Loyola's ambassadors. You are living testimonies to the great ideals and values that distinguish Loyola. So welcome to Loyola, the campus that was your second home for 3 or 5 or more years, where you walked with dreams in your eyes and hope in your heart, where you studied and struggled, played and prayed, laughed and loved, found good friends and great teachers. How happy we are to see that you, in spite of all your work and responsibilities, have taken the trouble to come from far and near to be here today. Your presence, your enthusiasm, and your sense of loyalty to Loyola fill us, the management, with joy and hope. No nation can afford to leave some of its sons and daughters behind. Your presence here today proclaims this heartening truth that you remain loving and loyal children of Loyola. You have not forgotten your alma mater, your dear mother, in spite of the passage of time. Not merely the 56 Jesuits who together as a family helped to run this college, but also the staff and students of Loyola are so happy to have you here with us today. Having achieved a lot in many fields, you inspire and motivate our present-day students. Many of you can be held up as worthy role models to all our young men and women who study here right now. As Jesuits, our paramount concern today is to reach out to the unreached, the vulnerable poor, the tribals, the Dalits, and other marginalized sections who have not shared the fruits of India's great progress. For Jesuits, as you would know, education is not a business at all, not a means of livelihood. For us, it is service to God. Those who want to serve God cannot forget God's most neglected children. Many in our society do not want to think of the poor. They think they can go on with their comfortable lives and ignore the poor, the marginalized. But you and I and we cannot. Our founder, the founder of the Jesuits, St. Ignatius of Loyola, would not let us forget God's little children, the last, the least, and the lost. This is how he taught us to pray. Teach us, God, to serve you as you deserve, to give and not to count the cost, to fight and not to heed the wounds, to toil and not to seek for rest, to labor and not to ask for any reward. This is the section of our population that the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, identified himself with. These are the same people loved and served by that great woman, Mother Teresa, Saint Teresa, whose birth centenary the world celebrated 2 days ago. I am certain that you, the Loyola alumni, share our concern. In this task of offering quality education to our poor youth, we need your constant feedback and concrete support. We see our task as molding our youth into men and women for others who would go on to help the poor and the suffering, whatever career they may choose. We cannot do this without your support. I'm sure that your presence here today is an assurance, a promise of your solidarity and support. Let me thank you. Let me thank profusely at this point of time and congratulate immensely Father Kashmir Raj, the director of Loyola Alumni Association, Mr. Shyam Kothari, the president of Loyola Alumni Association, and everyone in the local organizing committee for making this historic occasion possible. Without your hand, without your heart, painstaking work, this World Loyola Alumni Congress would not have seen the light of day. Let me thank all the office staff of Loyola Alumni, teaching and non-teaching staff, the office bearers of the Student Union, the student volunteers, and everyone else who have contributed to make this great occasion possible. At this joyous celebration, when we celebrate our lives here together, when Loyola's past and present meet, let us make a pledge for its future. Let us resolve that we will always stand together. We will always work together to ensure a great future for this great institution that nurtured all of us. Let us do all that we can and all that we should to make sure that the youth passed through Loyola will go and create a world marked by justice, peace, and prosperity, and not just for a few, but for all God's children and all the Indian citizens. Why not even the global citizens? Thank you. May the good Lord bless all of us and the generations to come. Thank you.